Hi, good morning. This is Mark from Right Line Trading. I want to show the AI Auto Trader a little bit today and what we're up to. We've got some strategies right out of the gate, up $1,000 already. Hope we're streaming live here. If you can hear me and see me, let me know in the chat there. Awesome. Thanks, Toby. Sorry, had a little snafu with that live getting her going. Taking it back from Rory. He was holding it hostage for me this morning. All right, good. How's it going for you, Toby? You out there making some money yet this morning? We got the NQ all over the place, which is really good for this auto trader this morning. We got a couple of strategies here rising to the top. Got that signal B back again today. Man, that thing cranked last week, didn't it? Made over like $4 grand last week. Toby, can you hear me and see me okay? Yeah, Signal A is not, here we go. I got Signal A coming up here. I've got the Signal A bot doing okay. Looks like it's up about 600. Okay, great. Thank you, Toby. Appreciate you being out there helping me out. This is this kind of leaderboard for me so far this morning, and kind of matches my other computer pretty good too. Yeah, the other one I got the NQ 2-minute Signal A drone, the retirement plan. Looked like they took the same trade here. Gonna get a couple accounts working. All right, Rory, good. Everybody's coming on board here. Sorry, I had a little snafu with the YouTube stream. The first one I started didn't seem like connected, so I had to create another one. Sorry if I lost some people there. Looks like we had about 20 or so waiting. Unfortunately, had to create another one. But we're up and rolling here. Hopefully, maybe I'll drop a new link in the Discord there. So if there is a different link, I guess it does. Something I'm not totally fluid with is YouTube and how it works and gets connected. But I'm gonna drop a link back in the Discord in case it's a new link. Grab this real quick. YouTube. Okay, we got the PA account in here making some money for me today. This is behind the scenes doing its thing here. I had it set up with a strategy. I'm not even sure. I think I've got it on the gold. Let me check that out real quick. Oh no, I picked the Signal A. Toby got the Signal A on the PA account. Rolled me up a $700 bill today. Hopefully we can keep that mojo going. I want to show that. I want to show that one too if I can, because it's really nice to show the entries of a sim account or a live account, so people can build confidence in the system when we tell you that a sim account makes a certain amount of money, that you can have confidence if you would have had it on your live account that you would have seen similar results. So let me open up this this entry for my PA account here, and I had it on the I got it down here on the NQ 30 range Signal A AI drone. So I'll open up the drone over here, the sim account one, and we'll just take a look at the entries to make sure that the live account and the sim account take similar excuse me, similar entries. So let me get them set up on the same charts here. What I'm doing is I'm getting the two charts basically identical, so that it'll show me the sim drone trades over here, and then my PA account trade here. And I was just going to look at the entry, just kind of show you the entry of the two strategies. looks like we popped in again here trying to go long with the PA account. What am I missing here? 30 range signal A. How come it's not showing any trades? Oh, geez, I know why. I moved it. I was trying to show this morning. Coach in Discord was asking about how to put a live account on a drone, and I was doing a screenshot to show him how to do that, and I set my PA account up on the drone, and I just moved it just like you guys would. I don't do that because I like to keep sim and my live account separate, so I need to create a new drone here real quick. I kind of messed that one up. Okay, so I gotta go grab that drone again and build it. To do that, I've got all these saved here in the background, so these are all the strategies saved here. So I'm just gonna go get this drone again and rebuild it. It's already built. I just need to give it its right account because I moved the account showing coach. And I screwed up, so I didn't change it back to the right one. Okay, so now we got the drone back in the game. Darn it! Ooh. I really like to show the two entries side by side so that you guys will, see that there's no BS that goes on around here. If a sim account, we show you that it makes $5,000 a week. It's real. And this is the way I typically show it. Is I'll show a live account here and then a sim account here. But unfortunately, this morning I was showing Coach and a new guy in Discord. He was asking me or asking us about how you set up the drones. This is a little complicated, but that's the way it is. We created these drones, and then we have the bots using the drone data. And then we have another strategy too, we call them the name strategies, but to get any of them on your live account, you can just right click, open them up, scroll down to where the account, change the pull down for your account, and you're off to the races. You hit OK, boom, you're off to the races. So I was kind of showing him here that this morning, and I left my PA account on that signal A, and she's in another home run right here. Come on, baby. Let's make some big money. All right, so this one was already at payday, so I was going to try to keep it on the down low today, but now that I'm in the good here, I'm happy camper. Show this one in a second here. So this is the this little dashboard right here is called the RTrader Pro. It's the rhythmic connection for Apex, and this account right here is this one here. It's a PA account. I'm in payday already. Payday for this one is 2,600. So, now it's at, 4,124. It's changing. It's in this trade right here. So, as long as it's still in this trade, it'll continue to change. Then it'll show the P&L here once this trade closes. So RN, good morning. Just kind of give you a little bit of a heads up on how the drone and the bots work, and a little bit of behind the scenes of what that all is. And basically, we develop these drones that are have fixed stops and targets, and we take that trade data from the drone and send that off to a database. Inside the database, we had a AI development lab team create a AI model that takes that drone data and tries to deliver back to the bot its most favorable stops and targets based on the last trade data. So the bots, we also, some other differences. The drone, we have where it'll trade all, as long as it's awake, it'll trade. It won't use the daily stops, losses, and targets for its daily limits. So it can run up the score or run down the score during its, I call it its shift, because we have them waking up and going to sleep, you know, at certain times. But if it wakes up during its shift, and it'll trade throughout the day. Now the bot we have restricted. The bot we have restricted to lose $1,000 a day and then go to sleep, or make $2,000 a day and go to sleep. So it's got some parameters that kind of keep it from getting a little bit too far one way or the other. But the drones have been, you know, pretty much leading the way. The bots are a little safer. I'll say a little safer risk to reward. But the drones tend to make more money. When we look at dollars and cents at the end of the week, the drones are crushing it. Last week, I've had some make like $5,000–6,000 last week. The Signal B drone really crushed it. I've got some here that this one is up 1,400 this morning. Again, this is just kind of give you guys a little bit of a around the table here. Excuse me. Give you a little round of the table here, what's going on with the screen. Let me open the OBS again. Okay, good. Dr. Jeff, good morning. Hope you're in the saddle and have one cranking like I do here. I've got a Apex, excuse me, it's going to be a rough morning, I guess. Got an Apex account here about to rip off, I don't know, I probably got the stop is probably set at around $500. But it's already rolled up a nice number for me, $1,500 this morning. I've got this one running on the NQ 30 range Signal A. That's my all-time favorite. I use it on a regular basis. It's really my go-to strategy. It was really the original Haymaker. So it's just another version of the Haymaker. Woo-wee, let's go. Almost $2,000 a day already. Great. So let's give you guys a little bit of heads up of what's going on here. So this one is an Apex account. I already had it to payday. So payday on this one, it's a $100,000 account, they call them, static drawdown. And to get it to payday, you needed to get it to 2,600. So it was already a little bit over that this morning. But I put it on the Signal A NQ 30 range, and it had a nice trade going short, and then that was a long trade. So it's jumping back in here for a short trade. Let me see what's going on here. Looks like the market's kind of setting up nice for either way. Doesn't look like it's trending, you know, either side too much. So it's really perfect Signal A day. I kind of looked at it a little bit earlier, and you know, it's doing a lot of back and forth, and that's really what the Signal A is set up for. Is really nice back and forth. What I really like to show and really, you know, to prove to you guys that this is no BS, that if you would put these accounts on your, you know, live accounts, that it takes the trades the same as Sim does. What I've got set up, I've got a Sim account over here, and it took the trade at 18,239.25. My live account took the trade at 18,239.25, exact same entry. So when we share, you know, the Sim results with you guys, I want you to, you know, build confidence by showing, you know, that live accounts take the exact same trades that Sim accounts take. Now they do change. Let me give a little disclaimer. I've seen them up to probably 5 ticks off. So instead of 93.25, it could be, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 ticks apart. But for the most part, it's like right on, just like you're seeing here. A lot of times it's 1 tick. I would say most of the time it's exact, and then it kind of just depends from there. And I don't know what to attribute the differences to, why, one takes a trade at a different tick or whatever. So it is what it is as far as I know. All right, we got some good trades going on. We got a little over $2,000 in the Apex account this morning, so that's a heck of a morning. We're gonna do a victory lap today, no matter what. If she goes against me too far, we'll just cut her off. This is the sweet spot for the NQ, though. Anybody who's been following us knows last week we ripped off about $5,000 on almost probably 2 or 3 strategies last week on the NQ. We've got them up right here in the leaderboard again this morning. Looks like I've got, geez, look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NQs up there above 500 already this morning. So this trade right here, we'll seal in, I think it's $50 if she goes against us here.
Order submitted.
You can get a nice trade down here on the CL. Got a gold nugget. Looks like my gold nugget's at about 550. I got a YM up here. ES. Boy, we've got the whole, almost all the instruments rising to the top already this morning. Great day to be trading. Great day to be trading.
Order filled. Order filled.
A lot of money to be made today. Woo-wee! Let's go. So I'll show you guys a little bit of the secret sauce about these, prop accounts and how you can really leverage those to make some serious money for yourselves and not really invest a ton. Man, I've used the heck out of them. Again, this is my 53rd PA account. That means that I've bought probably 350 or I'm at 400 or so of the evals to get here. But boy, I tell you, once you get here, it's just payday after payday. You just take $2,000, $2,000, $2,000. Every one of these that you get over the 2,600, you can you can take a $2,000 deduction payment from them. Let's show the this little account here. So the account, this one right here, it looks like we're up 1815 this morning. What you see here is 1835, but commissions are not out of this number. Down here on the RTrader Pro, these are with commission out. So they take a pretty stiff commission. Rhythmic does when they broker a trade for you, but it's worth it. Hey, good morning, Scott. The NQ started trading this morning, I think 8:30. 8:30, I believe, is when we have them all waking up. Well, I say all. I think the Haymaker might wake up at 9. We try to optimize them, so don't know exactly. We have them in the, if you'd go to our Discord, Scott, if you remember, inside Discord channel, the best place to go is this software updates only channel. It's really a channel that really only RLT members have access to write stuff to. So this is always, easy to kind of go see where the settings are. Usually we try to keep it at the bottom of that channel. But right in here, you can kind of see, we'll go to the NQs. So the NQ Signal A drone and this is a little, I'm glad I did it like this. It looks like there's no strategy settings here, but apparently, the last time someone was in here, whatever it is, it got scrolled over. So to scroll it back to the left, you see where my mouse is down here in the bottom left corner. You have to hit that little arrow to bring Excel back over and then scroll it up. So that is a little tricky. But yeah, we have the start time right here for the NQ30 range signal A drone. It wakes up at 8:30 and goes to bed at noon. But now the haymaker, let's go see. It might be the exact same time. It is. So yeah, it looks like NQs, we've got them all waking up 8:30, going to bed at noon. Oh, Rory forgot to put it in here. I'm going to go do this right now. We like to keep the values of the performance inside of here. So Rory put it in the general, and he put it in the daily the results. But here were the results of last week. Man, that signal B absolutely blew up. Made 59.50. Now that's an average of about 4 computers. And the bot made 3,400. The signal A, the one that I just traded right here on my live account, made 31.49. CL Black Gold made 3,100. The ES made 1,800 was the results for last week. So yeah, we keep them in here every week so that new members, or if you're a member, you can just jump in here and kind of see where where the trend is of which ones are doing good week on week. So again, my favorite, last week it made 31.49 throughout the week. The week before it made 1,400, and you can kind of just scroll up and see. Okay, this week it made 15.50. So anyway, you can kind of see how they perform if you just scroll up week by week and see if you've got one that think you'd benefit from trying to trade it. So that's kind of the lay of the land of the Discord and what time they wake up and go to bed. Well, let's go around the room here and see what else is trading good. Wow, this bot's out to the races. In the drone, I kind of made a little snafu this morning. Coach in Discord was asking about how to put a strategy to work on your live account. So I was showing him on this PA account, and I accidentally moved the signal A to my account instead of saving it to the sim account. So I had to create it again. But here's another example of a sim. This over here on the left is a sim account. And it took the trade at, let's try to scroll this over a little bit more. So it took the trade at 18,299 right on the 00. Looks like my live account exact same entry. Now this one looks like it's going to go against us, but same entry. Let me roll this disclaimer through real quick and satisfy the CFTC real quick. So all these signals and trading opportunities that I'll show you today, either written or orally or electronically, they're really for educational and demonstrational purposes only. If you trade a live account, please research it and talk to a financial advisor before you make any trades. Trading is very risky. You can lose a lot of money really quick. So please reach out to a financial advisor before you trade with money. So that kind of satisfies the rules and regulations for us here, so we can try to show you what we have here today. So yeah, jumping in the ring here this morning, went off flying with this NQ. And when I kind of looked at it this morning, it was really set up in my mind really nicely for a signal A day with it, doing a lot of choppiness. The signal A really lives in chop and kind of works well in that environment. So it looked like a pretty decent day for signal A entries. and had it on this PA account here this morning. It looked like the first trade that it took was a loser, potentially another loser, and then it hit a home run here on this short entry. Got that first target, and it hit another long entry going up. So it's looks like I'm sitting at 1700 here right now. And then you know, this is the R&D machine that we use for R&D. I've got the code for all the development here behind the scenes working, and I also create new strategies on this computer. So what you see here in number 2 is I'm working on a new strategy where we're using the trail instead of the pop to break even plus, is really try a trail strategy. I'm having really good success. So this Friday, I'm probably gonna make some modifications to the current strategies and change them from the break even plus to a trail system. I've got the trail going on a couple of different computers, and it's been doing well. The only thing is the drone actually made more money last week than the trail one, so I'm still a little bit apprehensive to make the change until it can really prove and show us that it has more consistency and it makes more money. But so far it tends to filter to the top. But the drones, the current drones seem like they're still the best, but trail seems to be something that is worth looking at. We do have it developed and getting almost ready to release, but we do have it now where you can set a zone up near your profit target, and if price gets in your zone, it will like seal in that profit. It won't allow it to go out of a certain range. So maybe I can show after this trade, maybe show a little bit about the new option for you that I'm testing here and verifying works properly. To do that, I'll just let me see, make sure you guys can see this here. Let me ask you guys though, out there who's watching, do you have the system, and are you seeing similar results? Which one is your best strategy so far this morning? On the computer above, so I've got a couple of computers right here. The computer above, I call that the client computer because we use that one to load the software just like you guys do to make sure that everything works right and it downloads properly and all that stuff works right for us. But up there I've got the NQ30 range Signal A drone is leading the way, followed by the GC. All right, Jan, welcome to the team. I'm proud of you. You joined us, right? For the monthly, I believe. I think I saw you got the monthly. So yeah, let me see what you're saying here. NQ official open is 9:30, but market opens at 6 Eastern. Yeah, last evening. Okay. Yeah, the futures opens at, like you said, 6 p.m. on Sunday evening is when it comes back to life. But Jan, did you get our system? Oh, you don't own it yet. I thought maybe you were Johan. Johan bought it, bought an annual. I thought maybe potentially you were Johan, but I guess not. Well, hopefully you get it soon. You can see it's a moneymaker. This is no joke. It's the real deal. It'll lose money too. But oh, your answer, Scott. Thanks, Jan. Appreciate that. Yeah, I was hoping you had the system. I told Rory, I said, all right, Jan got it. He ordered it. Because I've seen you here several times. Thanks for watching it and checking it out. So kind of give you a heads up of what I'm looking at here. I like to just kind of continuously do this just for like, transparency and really to prove that what we show is real. Here I've got a live account. Looks like it took the trade 18,302.00. Over here on the sim account 18,302.00. So every trade so far has been exact. We will see some with 1 or 2 ticks off though, and there's no rhyme or reason which one gets filled first that I've ever been able to track. So that kind of is what it is. All right, let's go off to the races again. Boy, this is fun. I'm telling you, I used to manually trade. And I mean, you know, you talk about stress. My neck and shoulders were just killing me by the end of the session. Um, but this thing, I just look at and just go, wow. I don't think I would have took that trade right there, but you never know.
Order filled.
And sometimes you lose them. But again, this one we got the risk to reward pretty heavily favored in our direction. This one's a 4-to-1, so not quite as good as some of the other ones. The gold nugget, we've got that down there as a 6-to-1. So I believe the stop is 15 ticks, and I believe the target's at 90. So that's a 6-to-1. That one's a 6-to-1. The YM, I think we have a 6-to-1 still. So some of these we've got really, really heavily favored in our direction, risk to rewards. But on the NQ, when it moves so fast, you know, 4-to-1s works for us. Again, last week we had the Signal B make about $5,000. This Signal A last week, I think, made it around $3,000.
Order submitted.
Oh boy, the CL right here is starting to just make some big time cash. Let's watch this one. Oh man, look at that entry, you guys. People say, hey, maybe you should try different entries. I'm thinking, have you seen some of these entries? This thing is like right there, almost at the peak of this down move here. Boom, swallowed that target up. Nice $500 bill. So the CL's moving nicely today.
Order,
We had to switch this one to a 10 range.
order submitted.
It wasn't getting enough movement, so we switched it to a 10 range. I know I should change the name too. I just didn't want to make it too complicated.
Order filled.
Okay, we're back in here. We've got another entry. Let's take another look. See, this one looks like it's 1 tick off.
Order filled.
So right here, I filled this live account at 295.75, filled the sim account at 295.5. So 1 tick of difference. And you wouldn't think that would be much, but it changes the results sometimes significantly. Again, I've got, you know, 3 computers at my disposal here running all the same exact stuff. And I'll see, you know, for example, on the Haymaker, one day last week, one was up 2,000, one was down 1,000. I was like, wow, that's, you know, big difference. That's just the way it is. 1 tick and 2 ticks can really change the outcome. And it's really, you know, things like this right here. This one might hit the stop before this one potentially. You know, 1 tick, who knows? All right, Dr. Hanson, good morning. Oh, wow. Yeah, Dr. Hanson, just kind of help you troubleshoot just a little bit. Sometimes over the weekend, the data feed, gets disconnected. Just kind of maybe just a couple of small things. You know, go to connections, you know, disconnect and try to reconnect if you haven't done that already. The other thing would be, you know, kind of looking at these green circles over here to see that, you know, it should be green if it's active and live, the accounts. That's when you're in the accounts tab. Hey, thanks, Dr. Hans, appreciate that. But anyway, so, and the other thing here would be these strategies, the text turns green, turns green when they're active. Sorry. So those would be some quick things to just try to troubleshoot yourself. But again, yeah, if you can get on Charles's calendar, that'd be great. He did have a nice weekend, so he's got the day off, I believe, today with the family and friends. He really deserves it. What a great person. Okay, they're all green. Um, I would try the connection disable and re-enable, but again, Charles or the other guys on my team are much better than I am at troubleshooting. So if you can get on the calendar, that would be ideal. Rory is available too, though, Dr. Hanson, if you want to just give him a call. He's available. Oh, so you're getting some. Oh, you're not getting the M and Qs, the NQs. Now that one I don't know that I've seen very often. And I'm not trading the M and Qs either, so I don't know. I'm trading the NQs. Don't know what the M and Qs do. I don't think they do much different, so I really don't know on that one. Which one's your best strategy though so far this morning? I guess if the NQs ain't alive and kicking, let's see what else might be. Maybe your GC, or maybe you're doing MGC. Yeah, I didn't really change anything this weekend, so you should be still up to speed there.
Order filled. Order submitted.
So the NQ here is doing a little bit of whiplash around this 18,300 on us. Let's make sure we don't let this good nugget slip away on us here. Only takes one haymaker to get you back in the ring. Yeah, NQ, I've read up on it and they say they're identical, but I think they're just a tad off. I don't know. Yeah, the NQ and the MNQ, they're very close, if not identical. When you read up, they say they're identical, so that's the research I've done. Okay, you only turn on a couple. That might be something. So we got a couple of good ones up here this morning. Got the gold nugget and the GC Signal A drone out here out of the gate pretty good this morning. The YM, a couple YMs out here, and even a CL. So we kind of got the instruments covered pretty good so far.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, taking a couple of hits here. Let's take a look and see what's going on. A little chop, not much movement off this 18.3 number. Made it to 370 this morning, about 840. Looks like we're going to jump in another trade. That's why I love this strategy. This thing, I tell you, I love action, and this one's always action. You're never bored watching this one.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Rue, good morning. How's the weather in India today? You trading the gold? Boom, here we go. Let's go. Go for a ride, baby. There you go. All right, so we sealed in a little bit of cash here. Oh, it's hot already out there. Okay. Give it to us in Celsius. What's the temperature, and we'll do the conversion. I think unless you know Fahrenheit, you can tell us that temperature
Order
too.
bills.
So we got a $50 bill out of that one.
Order bills. Order bills.
Oh, let's look at the entry. It looked like that one was a bit off. I noticed that one was in the trade a bit longer than us here. So the sim account, let's see. That sim account, okay, here we go. That sim account entered at 18301.75. Okay, there was a pretty big difference on that one. That one was 2 points. Now that is really surprising. Let's see what happened before that. Okay, this is how they get off, and this is always neat to look at. So it looks like this one entered at 297.25. They both stopped out almost identical. And for whatever reason, my live account entered two points later on that one. On this one, let's take a quick look while it's just in this trade. 298.00. This one 298.25. So just one tick off on this one.
Order submitted.
Sometimes around that 10 o'clock, it really gets squirrely. But that
Order bills.
wasn't totally around 10. Getting a little bit up and down here, a little bit too quick here for us. If we can hold on a little bit of this cash, we'll let it all slip away on us. So we got 927 on the account right now. Wow, it's 90, almost 90 degrees. That is hot.
Order bills.
That's warm. I went up to North Carolina this weekend, and my son's turning 21 next weekend, so I went and celebrated with him this weekend. But so I'm down here in Miami Beach. I used to live in North Carolina, and man, it was chilly up there. Woo! So Fahrenheit, it got down to like probably 40. But it was nice during the day. It was like 65 and sunny, 70 and sunny. So it was really nice during the day, but boy, it was chilly at night. Haven't felt that chill in a while. Down here in Miami Beach, I think it's probably around that temperature, probably 85 or so today. So we'll kind of look around the software here, see what else is trading well this morning. Like the gold nuggets now leading the way. Let me see if I've got a gold nugget chart, or I'll build one real quick. Don't. So we'll build a gold nugget chart really quick. So to do a new chart, I go to properties and I like to just change the background. I think it's kind of fun to keep the theme. So the gold nugget.
Order submitted.
And now I'll go change the account to the gold nugget. And if you bought this system from us, you'll have all these charts all built for you. You don't have to rebuild them. So it looks like the gold nuggets made quite a few trades already this morning and ripped off about 980 bucks. Its big one was this short entry way up here. Made that huge first target down here on this one. Again, this one's a 6-to-1, so it can take 5 losses then get the 6-1 to be a winner to break even. If it does anything better than a 6-1, it makes money. So it's up 980 this morning on this machine. On my other machine, it's at 665. So it's a couple $100 off from this one. The lead dog on the other machine is the NQ30 range Signal A drone, and it probably would have been here on this machine too. But I was showing Coach in Discord, new guy, how to move a strategy to your live account, and I moved the NQ30 range Signal A drone to my live account this morning, and I didn't I didn't create the drone in the background, so I did now. So it's up and trading now, but it was missing in action. I took a couple of winners from it this morning. Okay, I can't even really pronounce that word, but I know what that means. Somebody in Discord a while ago taught me that word. I went and did research on it. I'll try to say it. Martingale. And I'm sure it's totally pronounced wrong. But I did do some research on it. So Rue, tell me if I'm thinking of it right. It's basically where you I call it double down. If you're in a trade and you're down 200, you buy another contract to sort of break even your sort of what do they call that? Sort of minimize your risk, I guess. And then you do it again. No, we don't have any of those set up. When I manually trade, I do that though. When I manually trade, and we'll manually trade an account real quick here too. Okay, so these are some of my favorite numbers. We'll do 421. I'll take a manually trade on 421, and I'll show you kind of how, and maybe this is whatever that word is or not. But I'll kind of go through a manual trade for you guys so you can see what that might look like on your end if you wanted to we call it discretionary trade or manually trade. To do that on this machine, I just want to go in and just kind of show you a few things. You can edit this this ATM strategy, and this is kind of my favorite ATM strategy. So this is what I typically do. Typically do a $250 loss, $1,000 profit with a 50 tick trail. Yeah, cost averaging. Thank you, Eddie. Welcome. Way to go, Eddie. Thank you so much. Cost averaging. Yes, that's exactly. So yeah, cost averaging. That's what that martingale strategy does. Is that right, Eddie or Rue? Does the cost averaging? I do that when I manually trade. Is what I was going to show you. I used to do a lot of different types of accounts, but now I'm just down to these $100,000 static accounts. They just work really well for the AutoTrader and the way I trade, so I use them. But this is kind of the profile of the ATM that I use if I want to manually trade them. I use the $250 loss, $1,000 profit, and really this is really the drone. This is the drone strategy basically, except a trailer. So that's kind of what I do, and then I typically will wait for a cross, and I kind of know where they're at. The crosses because I've been doing it so long now. But we're starting to see the yellow line right here starting to break a little bit. If it'll break below this little green line right here, it could be a good time to take a short trade. So we'll kind of let it do its thing, and I typically do a sell ask, so I get my best price.
Order filled.
So we just broke that 80 right there, and so this is kind of the one that I do. And what I'll do is I'll sell another one. I usually, so this is set at 250 loss. If I go in the hole right here, 125, I try to sell another one to do cost averaging, just that kind of concept. But we do have the ability in our strategies to do 2 contracts, so you can automate this this thing. I typically try to wait till it's at least over 100 in the hole.
Order submitted.
So we kind of hit, there we go.
Order filled.
So yeah, we just, took another one, so now I'm hoping for a little more pullback, and then,
Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled.
so that's the process. Try to do the cost averaging. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That one wasn't a good. Oh, look at this is awesome. The PA account entered about the same exact time I manually entered over here. Let's take a look.
Order filled.
I entered at 321. It entered at 325. But the sim account, let's go look at the NQ30 range signal A drone. The drone, again, these are the exact same strategies. This one and this one are the exact same strategies. Entered at 325.25. My live account entered at 325.0. So 1 tick off on this one. Yeah, we don't have that either. Hedging, whatever. Not familiar with it, but yeah, we don't have that I know of. We do have an R&D list inside the Discord, though. If you were a member, Rue, you could put your idea in our Discord channel, and we do look at that when we're sort of out of projects. We go, take a look at what ideas are in the R&D channel, and then use those to implement for the software. So anybody who's watching, if you do have an idea like Rue's got here, if you could just drop her right into the Discord improvement ideas channel. We do really use this to create our path of what we're working on. So if you have ideas, please drop them in there for us, and we'll definitely look at them.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Let's go ahead and put a couple more of those accounts to work here in the background. I want to get a few more evals to Payday if I can. Kind of walk you through Payday a little bit here. So these accounts right here, let me see how well you guys can see this. These accounts here are called evaluation accounts. They're the $100,000 static drawdown accounts, and you need to get them to $1,200 to get converted over to this other one that they call the PA account. Once you get a PA account, it starts at 0 again, and then you need to build it up to 2,600 to ask for $2,000 of payment. So we got this one up over the 2,600, so we can ask for the payment of the $2,000 for this month, and then it resets next month. I can ask for another 2,000. Again, resets one more month, another 2,000, and then if we still have the account, which is rare, but if we still had the account after 3 months, we could then take the full distribution. It takes away the restriction of the 2,000 a month, and gives you the freedom to take the entire profit that you have in the account. So, typically what I've been doing is once they get to the 2600, I just let them simmer, take the 2000, and then try to trade it back up to the 2600 again. But this one we'll just let this one trade a little bit more. If it takes one more loss, I'll cut it off for the day. We've kind of hit our sweet spot. If we look at our data of analysis of the NQ, our super sweet spot is really 9:30 to 10:30, hands down. I mean, just without even thinking about it, that's the time to trade this system. 1 hour, literally 1 hour, you can make a ton of money, and then off the rest of the day. Oh, this is good that we're getting a nice push to the upside for this NQ. Looks like we might hit that high of the day a couple of times. Wow, what a great short trade coming up, huh? Look at this volume zone up here. It's hit it twice and then retraced, so could be the perfect opportunity to go ahead and pull the trigger on a manual trade if it works out. And we're poised to be back in on this one if it does pull back. Signal A will catch it coming down. All right, Peter, good morning. Hi, Walter, good morning. I'll read Walter's question here. Is there a way to set the 15 and 50 cross as a must before a signal A or B is taken? Also, do you have data on a minimum MA diff when taking a counter trend against the 50? Walter, I'm not super fluid with the filters that you're talking about, especially that 1550. So my recommendation is probably to get with Charles, and then if and he reaches out to Sergio. Sergio is the mastermind behind all this software, and I don't want to give bad information. I know roughly what those do, but I don't use them. One thing we have discussed recently is the MA diff, and what the MA diff is really, it's the differential, the difference between, I believe, these two lines, the 15 and the 50. And anybody who's a long-time trader knows that they continually try to get back to the 50. Price is always, running away from the 50 and then back to the 50. But, right here is such a juicy trade, not knowing if it's going to come back totally. But, man, this one looks like it has poised to come back for us, but who knows? We're going to jump in automatically on this one as soon as this candle closes, so we'll be in the trade shortly. But yeah, I'm not sure. So what we're thinking is, the software right now is designed to not take a trade if it's too far away, but we want to actually change it around to take a trade when it's this far away, because we have a feeling that it'll retrace towards the 50. So we are looking at that, and that is one idea that's rolling around the R&D hopper right now. Sergio's actually going to be looking at it shortly to see if it's, to see what kind of, we call everything impact difficulty. I worked in manufacturing for a long time and process improvements, and everything we did, you take a whole bunch of great ideas, you roll them around, you try to rank them as like impact and difficulty, and then you work on the ones with the highest impact that are the easiest to do. Effort benefit's another term that we use, but so yeah, we're kind of got the R&D list and try to rank all these ideas as effort and benefit kind of concepts of what we work on. So again, if you guys have ideas, please drop them in the Discord, and we'll look at them. Peter, what are you mentioning here? I want to try to follow you. I know the ES typically, if the ES is falling short NQ, I used to have the ES, basically locked in right here next to the NQ and trade the ES because it seems to follow directly the NQ. Let's create another chart. And this time we'll do the ES. So this is always interesting, what chart to use for the ES. I think a 15 range to me seems to be a nice moving chart for ES. Let's take a look. We've got it on the 5-minute is what we use it to trade with automatically here.
Order filled. Order submitted.
So yeah, we didn't take that short trade here because we closed that with a green candle. So we'll get the ES set up here. We'll go to the 5-minute chart just like we have it trading. And our best one right now looks like the ES Signal A AI bot.
Order filled.
So we'll kind of get this chart set up to kind of basically since 8:30 this morning. So this is the, let me change the background here so it lines up. Properties. We call this one the cash register. Okay, so the cash register, this one's up 487 this morning. Oh, it's actually closed. It closed its profit and loss target limit. Kind of messed around with trying to squeeze some of these strategies to stop for the day when they're up. A lot of them I left the daily profit target a little bit too far away from it ever hitting it, and it'd give back some of the money throughout the day. So tried squeezing some of these to be profitable. So this one we modified it to once it makes $500 for the day, it shuts off. So this bot is done for the day. Now the drone, on the other hand, it'll keep trading. The drone will keep trading. So we're trying to do some things behind the scenes here to try to get some of these to be consistent over weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. So this is one of the strategies we're doing, is trying to limit it at $500 a day and then put it to sleep and have it try it again tomorrow. Peter, what's going on in your world? Are you trading this morning? Anybody out there, if you're trading our system, which one's your high water mark for the day? Looks like on this machine it's the gold nugget. Again, the other machine above here, gold nugget's number 2 on the other machine. Number 1 is the NQ30 range Signal A drone. Ooh, haymaker's coming up. Got the haymaker here at 700.
Order submitted.
show you guys if you're not a member of Rightline Trading yet. Let me show you how you can learn more about it. Open up our website here and just bring it over for a split second. So this is our website for our company. We're rightlinetrading.com. I'm Mark Miller. I'm the owner of the company. I've got a great team behind me, though. I know probably the least about the software from the team. So you'll see Rory, he trades it here live. I'll trade it live here. A few of us behind the scenes will also trade it. I think we have probably around 6 computers, our team of trading this system. Actually, we've got all of our pros trading it too. So I actually got David Wise and David Kushner and Craig Emery have the system as well, and they've got it going on behind the scenes in their rooms. The little bit of our systems that we have for sale. This is the AutoTrader. This is the system you're looking at right now. So to kind of check it out here behind the scenes, you can just click that little guy there, and you can kind of see some of the past videos that we've done and a little bit more of what's going on. But this is all legit right here. When I look at this, I think that's a bunch of BS because that's a shit ton of money. But this is real. There's no BS around about it. I can show you the numbers on the computer. I can show you that my live account takes a very similar entry as a sim account, and that the numbers will end up where they are. This is where they ended up that week. I've had some monster days. I've had some huge days. This is no kidding. I've made 12,000 that day. Got the evidence right there. I've had about 50 PA accounts so far. You make money, you make 2,600, you get the 2,000 out of it, and then you try to make 2,600 again. Is kind of the way those work. But behind the scenes, we also have a couple other systems for sale. This one is for stocks and options. Our professional trader, David Wise, runs an options room and a text messaging service that's off the charts. His win percentage is 90% about every time. We take his trades as a team. Here we've got our money flow tracker system. This is a futures system. Craig Emery and David Kushner trade that one live, and they have live trading rooms. You're welcome to jump in here and take a free 2-week trial. I've got these all where you can take a free 2-week trial. Have these here. I believe right now the Elite Trader, we're offering a free 2-week trial where you can get the picks from Mark Sachs for his option services. So anyway, this is the website. You can go check out rightlinetrading.com and learn more about the system, or give Rory a call there at the office. Peter, are you trading this morning? Let's put another. I want to show you guys how to put a couple eval accounts to work too. Just how to get them set up and up and running. So let's do that. Anybody out there think I should try a certain strategy? One that you would maybe want to see an account put on, and you think we could make some money here with it? Let me know in the chat what strategy you think we should try trading. Kind of consider the time of the day too. It's almost 11, so kind of the flurry of activities, I'll say, starting to get over a little bit. Yeah, Scott just dropped a message in here saying, yeah, he doesn't look like the M and Q take the same trades as the NQ. He's been watching it pretty close this morning, so it looks a bit different from his perspective. I'm sure he's looking at entries, and probably seeing different places I assume that you're getting entries at. I've traded the M&Q as well. Actually made the most money in one day on the M&Q. Sort of when we first launched the software, maybe about a year ago. I had it on the M&Q. I was trading, I think it was 6 contracts on the M&Q.
Order submitted.
And it was back when we were using Unirenko bars. And it was FOMC day. I think that's right. And that thing was ringing like a cash register. It rung off $3,200 in probably like less than 2 hours of in my live account. So that was pretty awesome, and that was on the M&Q. I haven't really traded it a lot lately though, but Scott's saying that he's seeing different entries. I'll show you how to put another account to work if you want. I can drop one of these into a eval account here. So I got this account running on the NQ30 range signal A drone. Had a couple of really good trades, and then it gave back a good bit. I think at one time I was up 1,700, so I gave back about 1,000. But that's the way trading goes. It's not a one-way street. It's an up and down battle. So it looks like the second place one is also the signal A's. So these are both NQ30 range signal A's. Looks like number 3 here is a signal B. And this one I haven't, this one's kind of an R&D strategy. This one I've got set up with a trailer instead of a break even. So kind of doing some data analysis of these trailing strategies instead of the break even. Oh, I also wanted to show you guys a new setting that we have. Let me show that first. Okay, so I want to show you the new setting that we have. And again, this is the R&D machine, so I'm testing it here. It's not released yet, but we'll show you kind of how that works. Rory was mentioning it. He asked us to develop it, and it was a great idea. You know, he said that he gets sick to his stomach when he would see the trade go so close to the target and not close it. So we put in a buffer zone. We put in a buffer zone near the target that you have the it's a setting that you can put in there of how many ticks you want away from your profit target to be the profit target zone. So let me show you with the new strategy.
Order filled.
I think we may have just jumped in here.
Order filled.
So yeah, we're in here behind the scenes. So, but anyway, this new setting is down here, and we might change the name. But what we have right now is called exit on proximity. And what you do here now is you would put where you want. So for example, this is the trade that I'm in. I would put how many ticks away from this profit target I want to use as my exit. If it passes through that number and then comes back down, what am I willing to give up? For me, this is a $1,000 trade. I don't need 1,000. If I make 800, I'd be happy. If I made 600, I'd be happy. But anyway, what I would do now is I would say, okay, I know 50 ticks is $250, so I might say 50 ticks. It's a $1,000 trade. I don't mind going back to 750. If it clears 750 and goes through and then comes back down out of 750, take my 750 and I'm going eating, going shopping or whatever. So that's how we have it set up to where you can now set we call it an exit on proximity. we're messing around with different wording to change this to, I think I'm going to maybe call it profit zone or profit threshold. Is kind of the terms that we're thinking about right now, but that would be this setting. So it's all working, it's all up and running. I haven't had any issues with it, so we'll have this ready to release probably midweek, where you can have this parameter in here up and working on your machine. So kind of just reiterate it back what it is. This exit on proximity, I would set it in this case probably for around 50 ticks. So it would take a 50 tick deduction off from your profit target, and it'll set like a threshold up here. And if price passes that threshold and then comes back down, it'll take you out of the trade. Even though it didn't get your profit target, it's up in the window where you call it the sweet spot. I want that money. I don't want to give it all back. So that's what that setting will do for you. Got some live action out here. Okay, we might move a little bit up north here today. Looks like 18,400's in the windshield. That pivot's been tough. Wow, that pivot has been tough today. This red pivot right here, price has hit it. 1, 2, 3. This is its fourth time trying. Let's go take a look. I'd love to do this on a regular basis. Let's take a look and see if the same exact strategy took the trigger. It did. And let's just see where the sim account took the entry at. So sim is in at 18,356.5. Live account is in at 18,356.5, exact same entries. So I think today, since we've been looking, I think 5 out of 6 were almost exact. One we had 2 points off though. That was a big difference on one. That was around the 10 o'clock, but it wasn't exactly at 10. 10, there's a huge flood of volume that comes in on the N cube, and that usually makes things a little squirrely. Boy, that volume zone right there is a tough one. Just so everybody knows, in your live accounts, if you wanted to close them, you just hit close right there. It takes you out of the trade. It closes the trade down. You save, you collect whatever, sort of whatever's in the box right there. So you always have that option, or to slide your stops around if you don't want to give back that money. Again, this volume zone has been tough today. I mean, tough. You could just kind of slip it up a little bit higher and try to make a little bit of money on this trade. Hey, Johan, good. Did you just join us recently? I saw an order come in, and I thought it was Jan here in the chat, but it's probably you. Did you just recently join us? And I see you got 2 Apex demo accounts, and they're probably called evaluation accounts, potentially. That's the sort of the first version. They call them evals, or evaluation. Sounds like you have 2 of those. How can you activate them? Oh, cool. Glad you joined us. This is exciting. I'm really excited when new people join us, because I think it's just a perfect opportunity to make some money here and have some fun. There's really no such thing as like activating it, but to put it on your to put one of these robots to work on your eval account. Let me show you how to do that. And let me kind of just go through a little bit of the backbone here so that people can kind of see what we're talking about. Um, let me see. So this is if you Johan, if you have rhythmic, if they're the rhythmic accounts, then you probably have this little dashboard that it told you to download. It's another little app that you get, and obviously mine's squeezed down, but there's a ton of information here. I just change it to the critical few. I call these the critical few parameters. Account balance and P&L, and then the account number. Those are the critical few. But it'll show you a ton of other stuff there that I don't, have value in for me personally. But so to get one of these to work on your one of these robots down here, strategies, let me kind of show you how to do that. So let me see. Let's look at probably number 417. I always like to go to make sure that I don't already have it up and working. And I don't. So I don't have 417 up and working today. So let me go ahead and put that one to work, and I'll kind of figure out which one to put it to work on by, typically I like to just double click over here. Once I'm in the strategies tab, I double click at the top up here under the realized, and then it filters up the best ones to the top. So this one's made $800 today. This one's made 720, 717. So anyway, you kind of see how that it puts it in order for me. So we can now, the best one that I've got here looks like, either this, the bot or the haymaker. So let's put the bot to work. To do that, I'm going to show you how to do it on your end. Okay, so from your end, will be a little different than my end. My end, I like to keep all the sim accounts running all the time on their sim account strategy. So that when I show the numbers later, it's all accurate and there's no funny business. But I'll show you how you would do it. Typically, you would come over here and uncheck this, and you can then right click. And it's a right click on the mouse, not the left. A right click, you come up here and now you left click on edit. And the only thing that you do is just scroll right down to where you see setup and then account. You hit this little pull down, and if you opened up the right communication, data set communication, you'll see your accounts up here. So I'm going to pick 417. And then just hit OK and put the enable button again. So now it's live. It's live running on 417. That's what you do to go ahead and put it on a live or your Apex or whatever account. But let me show you this here. This is probably the most important. If you're going to trade the rhythmic data feed to use these Apex accounts, you need to run that data. So you would, before it says disconnect here, it'll say, I think, connect. So you left click on connect, make sure that it connects with the rhythmic data feed. And then it'll show up when you do the pull down in the accounts. It'll show your accounts that you have. So that's all we do to get one rolling on your live account there. So we had another entry here. Looks like live account took it at 363 right on the dot, and so did the sim account. So we're going to push through this this volume zone this time. I can hear my computer revving up, telling me that that action's happening here. It's funny how the computer knows it's sensing data, I guess, that more volume's coming through or something. So Johan, let me know if that helped or if you still need a hand. And as you know, when you bought the software, it rolled right over to the thank you page that had it there for you. And we also have Charles's calendar link in there where you can, schedule an appointment, and he'll really take good care of you. Have great feedback from his service. He can really teach a lot of things about the system, plus a lot of things about trading in general. He's been doing it for like 20 years. I've been trading futures for about a year now. Before this, I traded the high flyers, the biotechs, everything, the penny stocks. Caught some huge ones in my day and took some big hits too. But it was all on momentum, which really this is too. That's what this thing is here, right? Is a momentum trigger. All right, Ben. Gonna join Friday. Cool, man. Looking forward to seeing some of your results in Discord. We love it when people drop the, drop your results in Discord over here. So this is our Discord, Ben. If you're not a client right now, but when you do become one, we'll give you access to the channel here. But it's really great. We've got, looks like 139 online right now. But yeah, we share a lot of information, have a lot of different activity going on. All right, Eddie. Eddie's asking if we're on video. I saw him on here. Made a couple mentions of us here in the chat. So yeah, we're online, Eddie. Thank you. I did have a little snafu when I was trying to get it started this morning. I had to restart it on YouTube one time. Okay, Vincy, awesome. Welcome aboard. If you're watching, appreciate you joining us here. Heard you're a great client, own a lot of our software. Thank you for continuing to join us and support us here. And hopefully you're making a ton of money with us. But Coach here joined us overnight, and Susan, thank you, Susan, for helping out. She's really great in the chat, helping other people. Get them up to speed here. I think Susan's been trading for a long time, the way it sounds. She's out of Canada, I think. But yeah, we've got an improvement or ideas channel. If you join us and you have some good ideas, drop them in here, because we're at a point now where we've kind of got quite a few things going and are looking for new opportunities. Oh, look at this trade we got in here. Okay, so this one's on the Apex account here. Grab this little guy. So right here on this one.
Order submitted.
Let's not get a heartbreaker here. So this one would be a good one for the new parameter we have in there that I was just showing you, where you could put maybe 50 ticks or so. Let's just kind of measure this. I love this software. I'm telling you, this is some of the best software that I've ever used. I hated it at first. Disclaimer: hated this software at first. It was hard to figure out at first, but boy, once I know how to run this thing, it's amazing. So we were 50 ticks away. We were 50 ticks away from our profit target right there. I could have set that proximity at 50 ticks. It would have went in that window and back out and closed that trade on us. So that's a new feature that'll be coming to you shortly. I don't even have it programmed in mine yet, so I've just been testing it on some demos that I just set up like 20 ticks, 20 ticks, 20 ticks, so I could see it work, make sure it works. But I actually haven't done it on my live account yet. I should do that right now after this trade. What I don't like doing is stopping my live account here. So if I click this button right here, this disable button, I lose my number. You lose your number of what you made for the day. So it's kind of a, for me, I like to see it, and once I disable it, I lose what it says here. Now where it does keep it, it'll keep it here all day. It never resets this, so we can do that. Let's go ahead and do that. we all know we made $1,000 today, and we can look at the other screen. But so I'm going to just right click it, and we're going to change it to add that new feature. So we don't sort of give up what we just did on that one. We don't want to give up that much. We're going to right click, edit the strategy. We're going to go down here where that new parameter is, exit on proximity, and let's go ahead and do that. Let's set it for 50 ticks because we don't want to give back that much. Okay, so now it's protected. If it gets within 50 ticks of the profit target, and it gets inside it and then comes back out, it'll close it. So the drone's still in that trade. You know, I kind of gave up on it, squeezed it out, but we'll see how it progresses. Ben, we don't trade the 1 minute right now. When we first started this, we were trading the heck out of the 1 minute, but it's a little bit too quick. You know, you can obviously, you know, change the data series to the 1 minute, no problem. I just moved away from when the 30 range was just seemed to be a little more consistent for me. What we do have is we do have an NQ 2 minute. The NQ 2 minute, let's take a look today. Go into the accounts. Yeah, the NQ 2 minute isn't on the board. It doesn't look like. There it is. So yeah, the NQ 2 minute right now today is down 282. It is one of our probably medium performing strategies. The two best ones tend to be the NQ Signal A 30 range and the NQ 30 range Signal B. Those two almost week on week are, you know, in the top 3 to 5 performers of the week. And you can look here too in Discord, Ben, when you join us. We put the results of sorry, right here in the software updates channel. We put the results of our top 5 performing strategies in the Discord every week. And what we do is we do each PC has variation in entry prices, just really what I'm showing here. So we do an average of like probably 3, 4, 5, 6 computers to then, you know, give the results back to what we have. So this was last week, and you know, like I said, last week, NQ 30 range Signal B drone pulled in like on every computer I had $4, 5, 6, $7,000. So our average is about $5,950. The bot was $3,400, and then here's Signal A, and this one's been my favorite one to trade for a long time. But this one pulled in $3,149 last week. The CL 3,100, then an ES 1,800. But you could go through and kind of see. This was one thing I did a little bit earlier today, but again, this one's my favorite one. So again, last week 3,149. The week before it was 1,400. And just know these are numbers that we don't mess with. We don't change any stops or targets on any of these. We don't change anything about when they wake up or go to bed. It's all automated. So kind of as you saw today, you know, you pick and choose when to put them on your live account. So your live account, unless you start them and stop them when they're all live, you'll have different results. It gives you a reference of which ones are, you know, doing really well. So it's a little after 11. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. We had a couple of good trades real early. Again, when we go look at the data, we see that the NQ is super hot from 9:30 to 10:30. Super hot. And then we tend to see it sort of give away money here after 11, for sure 12. We shut them down at 12 because we just don't see good results after 12. So for me, it's like 11. It's kind of the prime time, 9:30 to 11. Beyond that, it's sometimes good, sometimes not. So we'll go ahead and sign off here in a few minutes. Let me try to answer a few more of the questions here. No, the 30 range is not a 30-minute. Let me show you the different data series, and maybe this will help. Up here, you have all these options. Range here is how many ticks within that candle before it closes and it builds a new candle. So you can really see step changes in price. So this will really give you a lot of granularity into price movements, where the minute charts are obviously set on time. So I'm sorry, yeah, time. So that's, in 1 minute how much it goes up and down. 30 range chart is how many ticks of price change it went up and down. So we're able to catch some of these really, really super quick on this 30 range on the NQ by catching this coming out of our modified Laguerre down here. So when we see some of these bigger moves, let's try to get one here so right here's a good one. We had this short entry, coming off this little high right here. We entered right here automatically, and it ran it down for a full winner here. Its first target. And now these are big targets. These are $1,000 targets. So it loses 250 and it makes 1,000. If it hits, the stop loss is $250 loss. The profit target's at 1,000. At $250, we pop the stop loss from negative 250 to plus 55. So that's kind of the strategy here of some of these that are a little more successful here. Yeah, David, this is today's results so far. Again, it's early, but a lot of these we have going to bed around noon, 1 o'clock. There might be a few still awake at 2, but I don't think so. So yeah, these are the daily results since this morning. I've got a couple of computers here. The other one, it's got the NQ30 range signal AI drone leading the way. I moved that to my PA account this morning, and so I don't have it here. I started it a little bit later, so it is here, but it didn't start at the same time. But yeah, these are today's results. Yeah, Ben, it probably looks a lot complicated. Like I said, I didn't love it at first either. It took me a little while to get used to it. Before I was just trading on my phone and, trying to pick those high flyers. And then when I make a bunch of money, I'd try to sell it real quick before it came back. So, it was really simple. There's more to this one. So yeah, that might... once you get it, though, Charles, who will help you get it set up, he loads it automatically. But once you start playing around with it, you'll see that it has a lot of flexibility. And the trade performance, this is the best feature by far. You go right here to this go into this thing called trade performance right here. And I'll bring open this window and I'll just show you like today, for example.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
So this is called the trade performance window, and it just has so many options here, and you can slice and dice it 100 different ways. This is the account that we're trading here, and right now it's up 775. It's still in the trade, so it doesn't show the trade result of this particular trade until the trade closes. So you hit generate, to make sure. And one thing I also do is I always click on it and unclick on it to make sure I don't have two clicked by accident. But then we can even go into the exact trades right here. These are all the trades that this one took this morning, and all in automatic. And look at this one, man! Hit two $1,000 bills after another. Man, I was up big time. Look at this. I was up 1835 at one point. Hit two home runs. So we took one loser. We took one. We call that break even. We made $40. But then we hit two home runs back to back, and then been, trying to get something since. But we're in another trade here. Looks like we're kind of moving in the right direction on this one. This volume zone here was stiff. That thing is stiff. It got hit 4 times this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was a stiff zone. So anyway, this is really powerful. That's what I mean, Ben. That this has so many features as far as data analysis goes, and you can do back testing and all this playback stuff, but I like trading live, and I like trading forward. I don't try to. I'm more risky than a lot of people, so I don't do as much research when it comes to data analysis. A lot of other people will do a ton more than I do. I trade it, see what works, and then trade it again. So that's something kind of, everybody has their own little bit of their risk threshold, but someone was asking me how to do playback. I said, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't play back, I play forward. This one's still in this trade, this drone here. I squeezed this one earlier. It stayed in that trade. I gave up on it and took I think we just saw it, a $250 profit on that one. But we're in again here. Okay, good. Last question. Ben, don't worry. I like hearing the questions here. It's great to have interaction. So thank you for putting those in here. Really excited to kind of, hear what your results are too once you get them. Trade copier included. Oh no, it's not.
Order submitted.
It is separate. The good news is that it's not too bad. I bought this one from Flowbots, I guess let me see. Flowbots, yeah. I bought this one from Flowbots. It's called Replicanto. I can't remember how much I gave for it, Ben. I think it was around $100 bill. I can't remember if it was plus or minus from there too far. But anyway, really super easy to use. Right now, if I wanted to run it, 417 I have trading on an account. Or we could even do this PA account right here. We can do, you can do any robot even. You can do a robot right over here. Let's say we want the haymaker, and we want it to trade all these accounts. That one's in, okay. They should turn green once, make sure what I'm doing here. Anyway, it's super fluid usually. You just click on the little button here and it usually turns green. This one might be in a trade or something here. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, well, that makes sense. It won't let me. 417 is in a trade. So 417 is in a trade. That's why it won't let me put it on it right now. But typically, if it wasn't in that trade, I could just push that little button there, and it would, as soon as the haymaker took a trade, it would take a trade in whatever whatever accounts I have here selected. But it's really that simple. Yeah, me too, Rue. I mean, auto trading compared to manually trading, what a it's a no-brainer. The stress that manually trading has in my shoulders is unbelievable. But watching the auto trader, I just get to sit here and critique it all day and say, why didn't the robot do that? I would have done that. It's much funner that way. Okay, we're not getting a lot of movement anymore. We hit that hit this volume zone here a couple of times. Things are coming to a screeching halt. Here we go. One little dip. If we get one more, we'll get that break even to pop down and get us into money. To get us into money here, we got to get 250 up on the scoreboard here. So once we get 250, if we do, it'll pop up to the stop loss. We'll go from a negative 250 to a $50 trade. Yeah, Rue, you can see we do about the same thing. We let it auto trade and then kind of interact with it here and there where we think we're smarter than it. And a lot of times we don't know, but we think we are. I think I am.
Order filled.
Okay, so this was this might be the one that pushes up over this volume zone here. We'll let this trade play out, and then we'll close down for the day. Appreciate everybody joining the Auto Trader and coming and checking it out, and seeing it perform. Really unbelievable system. Last week was a great week. Great week. We hammered home some big time cash with some of these strategies. Right here's our Discord, but this is where we do our averages for the team here, and then give it back to the Discord here. Whoever's a member, kind of compare these to your own results, and say, hey, how come I didn't see 5,000 on my signal B? And then we'll show you the trades and where they came in at, and kind of get an idea of what you could expect from your machine. But these were the top 5 last week. These were the top 5 the week before, the week before it, right in here. So these are kind of some of the numbers that we get at the end of the week. But as we know, some of these can be up, maybe 2,000 in the middle of the day, and then down 100, down 1,000 or whatever. So the numbers go up and down, but that was where they ended at the week, right there.
Order filled. Order filled.
These are the positions that are open right now, right here in this tab. And this tab here is the strategies tab. I like to kind of double click on it and see which ones are doing the best for the day. It also shows the same results here of the results for the day for these strategies. If you're interested in learning more about the system, you could jump on our website here, rightlinetrading.com, and scroll through here. Here's the system that we're showing today is the AI Auto Trader. You can kind of go through here and see a little bit more of the history from what we've got, but these are what we put right there in Discord. Those are real numbers, and that's the offer. That's the offer right now that we've got. So a couple of really good deals, and thanks again. We've had I think 3 or 4 people join us with lifetimes over the weekend. So thank you for being committed to the AI Auto Trader and recognizing the power of it. The power's right there. You can get basically your lifetime license in 1 week paid back. That's one heck of a system. So we're in this trade still. Survived it. Up there we got a little nervous, but we're still in. We're hoping to get just down here 50 ticks to at least reduce our risk. So maybe I have it set at 60. I must have it set at 60 ticks, not 50.
Order filled.
So yeah, once we get to 60 here, which would be 300 bucks, we move it to 50. So if we can get just right there.
Order filled.
Oh boy, that was close, wasn't it? Woo, there we go. Boy, that was a teaser. We made it our 60 ticks. Now we go get the Happy Meal.
Order submitted.
Love to end this one on a victory here. Come on, guys, let's go. Had a couple of zingers this morning. Came out of the gate with 1 loser and I think 2 winners back to back. Wow, this one's still in this trade. That has been a huge trade for this one. Been in that trade for probably half an hour. How long? Yeah. Wow, entered it at 11 o'clock. It's still in that trade. It's almost 11:30, so it's almost a 30-minute trade right there. Oh boy, we're making money and having fun today. This is payday right here, guys. Let me show you this one. This one made it to pass the evaluation at 2,000, and then to get it to pay you the 2,000, to ask for a $2,000 payment, you have to get these that get it turned over to PAs to 2,600. So cleared that 2,600. So we're in the, we're up 3,600 on that account. So I can ask for the payday and get another 2,000 from them. I use the $100,000 static drawdowns. Works really well with this auto trader. I've passed the 300,000 before, but it's a challenge. Those bigger ones or that trailing drawdown. Not a fan of it.
Order submitted.
Here we go. Woo-wee, let's go. Come on, let's get this thing over 4,000 bucks. Ooh, Ooh, made 4 grand. Yes. That's 2 paydays right there.
Order submitted.
Let's squeeze this one out so we can try to get 2 paydays out of this one. Oh, that's dropping nice. Come on, baby. We'll squeeze it out. Appreciate everybody joining today, and I think Rory Powers will be back in the big seat tomorrow to guide us through the AutoTrader and see how he can do. Wow, look at the drone right here. Boy, just touched the target. And that's where, in all the new strategies, or not all the new strategies, all of the strategies we're going to modify with the new setting that we developed, that will have a threshold in there, so that so even if it gets close to your profit target and then it tries to jump out, it'll take you out of the trade. That way we don't have to really move stops anymore. You could just change that number up as high as you want, and you could even go way up there and take you out way up there. So it's a new setting that we've developed. Awesome, great day today. Really appreciate everybody joining the AutoTrader journey, and if you haven't purchased it yet, sure hope you join us at some point soon. Yeah, thanks Pat. Really appreciate you joining as well, and glad we got you set up here. And yeah, this is transparency and integrity. That's all I want to do, is show how it's doing, show that it has the potential to make money. It has the potential to lose money too. So let's not fool ourselves here. This is a real deal. These are real dollar bills going back and forth, and we hope we can create an edge for you. That's my goal, is to create an edge for you as a retail trader to compete with these big guys. And our system shows that it can handle it. Appreciate everybody joining today. Get this one last question, Rue. I'm greedy, Rue. I don't know why I don't close trades. I'm greedy. I want to try to make more money. So he says, if I have a decent profit, why don't I close the trade? I always think there's more money to be made. That's how naive I am. I think there's more money to be made every time. Yeah, I don't know. And the robot does its thing here, so we'll just let it do its thing. It closes at noon, so we'll let her ride along here and see what it does. But appreciate everybody joining today, and hope you join us tomorrow. Watch Rory Powers in the big C here, and he can make some money and have some fun with you. Show you some cool things. He knows this software better than I do, so he's a great coach, great teacher, and a good mentor. So you're in good hands. So appreciate you guys joining us today. And if you don't own the system yet, please join us at rightlinetrading.com and give Rory a call. He'll kind of walk you through what it takes to get the system. We do have PayPal, so you can use PayPal credit if you wanted to try to get the system or squeeze it out over I think they do even up to maybe 6 payments or something. So maybe check into that. We do have a PayPal account that you could use. Thank you, Dr. Hansen. Have a great day. Thank you for doing all the stuff that you do for us here and patients that are out there in your community. So everybody else, thanks a lot for joining us today. Have a great day, and good luck trading. Bye now.